Because we forgot to hit that button too. So if you had to guess, 20%, Christina. Amber says 10. 1 in 3. Nope, that's 1 transaction in 3 years. So here's my next question for you. How many of you been to Mega Camp, Mega Leadership, Masterminds, or any of those in the last
an event
year?
like this? By the way,
Mhm.
Zoom, you could do it as well, right? How many networking opportunities have you been involved in the last year?
Okay, so now here's my controversial question. Are you ready? What are you doing with those business cards that you get and the connections you make the second you get back to your computers? Are you putting those agents on follow-up plans so that you become the most...
She's here.
Oh, she's here. She's actually here. Are you the one they think about when they think of New England because you're providing value because you stay in touch with them? Right? Or do you have that stack of business cards next to your computer that's just looking at you and staring at you and making you feel guilty for looking at them? They're curling up on the edges. Right? What are you doing with them, Kevin? Looking at you. I'm just kidding. All right. Tracy is here.
Yes. So, all right. Tracy, welcome to the call. I was telling everybody a little bit about how you and I met. How long ago was that when we sat down first and signed the paperwork at Keller Williams? Was it 7, 8 years ago? 9? Oh, take yourself off mute. Where'd she go? Oh no, did we lose her? Where'd she go? Brooke, is she still here?
She is coming back right now. I think she probably hit end instead of unmute.
I have no idea. I need a new phone, and my son says, wait until the new one comes out. So anyway, how long ago was that? So it was 2014 or 15, right? Can you see me or hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I can see you. Yes.
Okay.
So 2014-ish.
Yes.
So 9 years ago. 9 years
I had
ago.
I had my first transaction in 2015, but I started off doing rentals.
Right. So I was telling everybody you and I met then, and you had just moved here from Florida. You had zero database, zero knowledge of basically working in real estate. You had been a stay-at-home mom for quite some time. And then you dove in. It took you a little bit of time to kind of get those like wheels moving a little bit. And then you figured out a niche. And I'm going to let you share it, but I'm going to tell you how I saw it. You figured out a niche on how to network at a very high level within Keller Williams and build relationships at such a high level that anytime somebody puts Rhode Island in a Keller Williams referral page, your name comes up about 50 times or more. So that's how I see it. Tell us how it's happened for you.
Well, I made it a point to attend as many events as possible and to network at a high level because I didn't really know anyone in Rhode Island. I didn't have a sphere. So I needed to become really good friends with other agents and get those referrals. And that's what I started doing. I attend the events. And if you know me, I'm a food person and I always love to promote Rhode Island food. In fact, I was just on a venture trying to find these people. They they're a company called Beautiful Day. But anyway, but I've also worked with Ocean State Pepper Company, and they have branded a spice for me. And I brought this and handed this out at the luxury event. So as many people as I could talk to and put this in their hand, I wanted them to know who I was. My information is on it. I branded it. And this is something that'll hang around. It's not just a piece of paper. So
that's what I want to mention, Tracy, is that so many of us have the opportunity to go to these events or be in these Zooms or be at classes, and we don't take the opportunity to set ourselves apart from everybody else. And that's what I think differentiates you from the masses, is that you have set yourself apart by adding these touches and these fun little ways to remember you and Rhode Island. So when they see Rhode Island, they think Tracy. So she's trained everybody to say Rhode Island Tracy by what you're doing.
And I'm not even from here, but I love all the food and all the opportunities. This is one of my favorite ones was Incognito. And on this, I had a sticker made with a SKU, and it's, you know, it said, "You make your referrals make my business pop." You know, just I'm totally right brained. So that's how all this is so natural for me. This was my Cinco de Mayo one with a locally made taco seasoning. Most of this went to clients, but even when I go to a home inspection or I meet a vendor or anybody, I always have so much stuff in my car. I'm handing stuff to everyone just so they remember me. That's the goal, really. At the end of the day, you know, not only are we here to make money and help people, but we want people to remember us. We want them to know who we are. And this is how I do it. And then with my referrals, I always send them a gift, a thank you. And I just started, and I'm not sending my referrals listing information, like I get tons of that, but I'm sending them more information about Rhode Island, about things to do in Newport, a monthly email to them. And I get the great comments. You know, people are really appreciative to know what happens in the smallest state in the United States. So
that is so true. All right, so let's back up a little bit, Tracy. You and I have known each other for 9 years. I know that the first year, like we said, was a little challenging to to go. And then you started this kind of ripple effect of your business and the referrals coming in. Can you tell us how you first got that started as a new agent with no database? Like what did you first do? Do you remember?
Well, I remember going to, I think it was a mega camp. I think it was a mega camp, and just getting to know all these other agents and doing that. But I also follow a lot of the requests on Facebook, and I'll reach out to them, and I also have a really awesome video that I was fortunate to have made when I was when I was selling the dream house, and I immediately send that to people. I just, you know, want people to know who I am. And but that's how I started building it up, was mostly attending the events and just getting to know other agents.
Well,
And
yeah.
I was just trying to think of another opportunity that just came up recently. Oh yeah, and I'm also part of the Glover, and I just got a referral last week. Someone who said, you know, I saw you in Glover, I'm sending you this person. So, you know.
Right. Well, that was one of the things I want to bring up, is that you've immersed yourself in these communities like Glover
Yes.
and these other ones, and you've been on panels for other people outside of the region because of the relationships you've formed while meeting these people. So when you're like introducing yourself or handing out your popcorn, are you building that relationship right there? Are you setting a meeting with that? Like how do you, like, I know like Amanda, who you know from Cleveland, like how do those relationships form that you could share with everybody?
Well, just really a lot of contact. I've actually met with Amanda. She's come to Newport before. It's friendships, and it's also meeting with these other agents when I am at a mega camp or even other events that we create ourselves to meet each other. So that's how those connections get stronger and stronger.
So you're doing it outside of mega camp. You guys are meeting and building these relationships that are very, you even went on a vacation with a group of them recently, right?
Yes, I was fortunate. In fact, it's the anniversary right now. In fact, I've got to call Shannon. Shannon's a luxury agent in Austin, and she invited me on her birthday trip to Peru last year. So yeah, we love each other. We travel together. We've gone to Phoenix together. It's really creating our own mastermind group of other agents outside of our region. That's what the goal is.
And it truly is a bond that has a ripple effect, that you guys have each other's backs. And anytime somebody says Rhode Island or Cleveland, you guys know immediately who you're turning to. So, you know, my question to our group is, do you have that?
Yeah.
Have you formed that? Is it on your growth plan? Would you be okay with adding business within Keller Williams? And by the way, we are the largest company. We have the most amount of agents to network with.
It really is. And I'll tell you, I've been, I think I've shared this with you also, Jen. I've had other agencies come after me, want to recruit me, et cetera, et cetera. And I just look at them and I say, do you have over, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of agents there are.
170,000.
Okay, I think it was 200 when I quoted, but do you have 150,000 agents that I can network with? And they all say no. They can't, and also all the events we have and the support and the education. So that, the ability to do this keeps me really happy right here. And also to do this and promote local companies and just give. It's great. It really is.
I know that Bold was a big factor in your growth and your mindset and stuff. If you were to give one tip for everybody on this call, whether it be through Bold or anything else, like what is your biggest tip you could share that they could do right now? I know that's a big question. I know.
That's such a big question. Well, I'm a big believer in manifesting, and I think I learned this through Bold. And say what you want, write down what you want. And the biggest thing that Jen and I share is during Bold, when I wrote down the things that I wanted to happen next year, and I think that was a 2017 Bold. One of the number one thing was to buy a house. And the day that Bold letter came back to me, I had just signed my purchase and sales agreement on a house that I wanted to buy. And right there and then,
not just any house, the house
Yes.
that you had identified that you wanted to be yours, that you manifested it into your world, that came available.
It was a rental listing that my photographer and I walked into, and I just said, I want to live here. And I was renting at the time. And, it was not only was I a single mom up here, but I had just gone through a really financially, horrible divorce. And I was trying to figure out life. So I was renting at the time, and I walked into this house and I just looked at her and I said, I want to live here. And then a few months later, the owner calls me up and says, hey, Trace, I want to sell my house. And I had just put a almost $2 million house under contract. And I said, I want to buy it.
That was the best team leader day of my life, was when Tracy came in. I've had many, by the way, when Tracy came in and said, you're never going to believe this. My 1 year ago letter from Bold has actually come to life.
I had it in my hand.
Yes. I remember it like it was yesterday. And she did it all by herself. All of it.
Yeah.
So any of you that are out there that are thinking like business is down, or there's not enough business out there right now, or whatever, you have the opportunity to double down right now. If you haven't added this lane of an opportunity, meaning referrals into your world, copy Tracy.
Right. Or do the pop buys. Go see your people.
Yes. Yes. Well, Tracy, thank you so much. I know this was a last minute request, but I know it was very valuable to a lot of people on the call today.
I hope so. Yeah. And give me a call, anytime. I'm never too busy. Unfortunately, when I want to call my clients, I feel that way, but I want them to feel like me. I'm never too busy. Just make the call, send me a text, whatever.
Yes, make the call. I love that. Okay, Tracy, thank you so much. If you could stay on if you can, because I know that you're busy today and driving around. It's okay. We do have about 15 minutes of some giveaway or social media stuff we want to provide to you guys. And we're giving away a big prize at the end of the call. Tracy, I'm not sure if you've come on these calls before, but we give away a prize every Monday. And today.
Oh, okay. I'd love to know.
Today is a ticket. Can I give it away ahead of time?
No, stop right there. Let them go. Let's show them the stuff.
All right, you got to be here to win. That's the only thing. That's why it's a big deal. So don't leave, guys. Tracy, thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's move on to Brooke. Brooke, you're up.
Let's get that social media up. All right, new calendar is up for the month. If you are looking at the May one, just remember at the very bottom, we always put the following month at the last one. So you can click the last one and go to June. So we've been working on the language of real estate, and I love these because there's a lot of terms that even our newer agents may not know, Jen, right? So in our buyer's presentations in command at the very end, how many of you, by saying yes in the chat, knew that there's a full dictionary of real estate terms for your buyers to review? Did you know that? It's really good. It's really good. So guess what? We're going to have 26 of these. Because, going through the alphabet is, if I can find a term for it, we're going to put it up. So this week is just the term brokerage. And again, every week we are saying the same thing. Welcome to the language of real estate. In this series, we're going to review RE words, define them, and answer any questions you have in the comments. Now, outside of scooping in things for new clients, what do you think this is also going to do naturally?
Open the conversation for real estate.
And people who may be interested in joining, and as you're teaching them across the board on not just things in the real estate world, but now you're going so granular that people may raise their hand and say to you, hey, Jen, I've always dreamed about being in real estate, and I think it's time. I'd really like to learn more about your brokerage, the process, how to get going on these things. And that's the benefit of so many of these posts, is that we're able to educate our community, and you may be able to build your profit share trees a little bit with this, which I always love. So this week is brokerage, and then we always break it down with, I always love the way like pronunciations are. They crack me up because I say everything wrong. Everything. It's summer. Summer's right there. So it's time to get your summer playlist updated and ready for sunny days and windows down in the car. So you're asking your community to give you what are your must-have summer tunes. Help me build my playlist. What is your number one thing? Your number one song on your playlist for summer? Like when you think warm weather, driving to the beach, tops off the Jeep or your convertible, no top, what is the one song you think of? I'll tell you mine in a second once we see a couple pop in. But mine's The Sound of Sunshine. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah. I do want to see if anyone else has a one or something that they absolutely blast all the time in the summer. Tiffany, I know you have one.
No, she doesn't. She listens to podcasts and audiobooks. She doesn't do fun music. Pontoon is one of my favorite summer tunes.
Fun in the summertime. I like that.
Michael Franti, The Sounds of Sunshine is my most favorite summer song. And anything Zach Brown. I actually love all music. This is really hard, but this is what's going to happen is I can't wait for you guys to see what happens in the comments when people start putting the music. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh goodness, you're a country fan? I didn't know that. I'm a country fan. I'm a this fan. Everybody likes this. We should go to a concert. Did you know they're coming? Right? So much fun. All right. So the reason is this or that Thursday is happening is because this was a major debate in my household, like almost fisticuffs, this or that.
Aggressive.
This is aggressive. Like this was a 7-year-old, almost 7-year-old and a 19-year-old yelling at each other about the proper way to cut the peanut butter fluff that was about to happen. And it's all about the right way to cut a sandwich. So what is the best way to cut a sandwich? Right? Do you cut your sandwich diagonal? Are you making rectangles? We're not asking about crusts. We can't even bring crusts into the conversations. Please don't bring in crusts.
I was just going to say, as long as it's crustless. So.
Oh my God. Like I have one of those things where you go clunk and it makes it like its own a little uncrustable, but I need to know in the comments, which is the right way.
Yeah. I just got one of those from Pampered Chef and I'm not happy with that tool.
You have to have really fresh bread. That's the problem. No, it has to be like day 1, day 2 bread. Like, yeah, I run into issues with it as well. So, and I slam it on the counter and it breaks. But
yeah, I'd have to say diagonal or like, I don't know. That's how my mom always cut them. So that's how I cut them.
How many triangles, right? Is it 2 diagonals? Is it 1? Here's where I say diagonal.
I think 5 years old and under, it's 4.
Yep. I mean, I still like 4 if it's a club sandwich. But have you ever seen a young child eat a peanut butter and fluff sandwich when it's a rectangle? It is You then have the Joker smile of PB and Fluff. That, rectangular, don't cut it. Exactly. This may
This is
be,
hysterical to me. This is hysterical. This one is
this
hysterical.
was what I walked into my children with the age gap of 19 and 7 fighting about this weekend. I was like, oh, perfect. Thank you. Continue fighting about what is the best. And this is what my little family does. I cannot wait to see what your community say on this one.
They're
The
gonna
other
say
thing
no
is
crust.
they're
But crust is going to come up, Brooke. So you're
I'm gonna add something.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we have 5 minutes before we're giving away, or 5 minutes or less before we're giving away our ticket. That's all I could say is a ticket, because I already
It's a
let that
ticket.
go.
It's a ticket.
These posts are for you guys to use. You could use them this week. You could use them next week. You could go back to the library of posts that we've been doing for over 2 years now. Did you know that we have an over 2 years library of these social media posts? Tracy didn't know that. Tracy, now you know. Be a part of our group. It's the New England Growth Call group on Facebook, and we have every single one of our social media weeks that we've done for over 2 years consistently. We weren't here last Monday because it was Memorial Weekend, which always messes me up because I want to be on these calls every Monday.
But we still gave you the stuff.
Yes, yeah.
We
always,
still gave you the stuff.
always going to provide you with the stuff. So if you're new to the call, mark this in your calendar. It's a really quick call, and we provide you with some really good content with our guests, or sometimes we got some productivity stuff going on. And then we hit you with a couple of social medias that are powerful for your social media content. Because a lot of times we know that it's really just hard to come up with this stuff. So we're doing it for you. We're going to get the conversations going for you. All right. So Brooke, Tiffany, I know that you put everybody in for our winners, and you did send me over the winner. The winner has to be on to win the prize. Brooke, what is the prize?
Today, we are giving away a ticket to one of our wealth building seminars called The Alchemy of Money. And this is an amazing all-day immersive experience where the guest speaker is outright, like, he's just so good. And this is for you no matter what level of wealth building you're in, whether you're just thinking about wealth building, you're in it, or you've been doing it. It's for everyone.
And he has tax strategies. I'm not sure how many of you just went through tax season. Actually, I do. 100% of us. We just went through tax season, and we're like, oh, I wish I had a better strategy for some taxes this year or next year. He's coming with that. He's coming with ways on how to understand your burn rate, how to understand how to be a 1099 independent contractor and be the best wealth strategy possible in that realm. So I really encourage everybody, if this is the first time you're hearing of this, that might mean because you unsubscribe to the New England newsletter. Yet we're going to be sending this out. It's coming on June 27th. The Alchemy of Money. It's going to be at the Warwick, Rhode Island. I'm actually, you guys are gonna it's my market center. So I'm actually really excited that it is in literally my backyard. Yet I usually have to travel. So it is Warwick, Rhode Island, Keller Williams Coastal. We would love to have you come down. If you do not win the ticket, by the way, Brooke, you're gonna put that in the chat?
I am. I'm going to put it in right now. Nope.
It's $25 a ticket. $25 a ticket. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be well worth that. You're going to take tax strategies and wealth strategies that will save you or make you more than $25 guaranteed. So,
and guess what I'm doing the night before? We are trying to put together a get together for networking where agents from all over New England can meet.
Tracy, would you like to do that?
Yes, she would.
Yeah.
Is
Yes,
it
she
only
would.
for the agents, or can we bring in guests from outside?
Absolutely could bring guests. It's open to anybody. We have tickets for up to 50 right now.
Okay.
So fill it up, guys. Get your
And
tickets
go
now.
quick, because when we put it out, the amount of seats that are available go get less and less and less and less. So if you even think you want to go, please just get it. Just get it.
Yes, get it. All right, so our winner for today has to be on. Oh, Brooke, are you doing your next half hour with everybody?
I am. Don't forget, after this, we hit pause, and then I am going over one of the newest playbooks called the Database Assessment Playbook. And I want to show you a whole new place in KW Command Connect where you can find tons of information. So stay on. We're going to pause the recording and go forward, but let's get our winner.
Okay, our winner, with no other further ado, right? So we are going to announce our winner for the ticket to Alchemy of Money. Now, if for whatever reason you can't make it, please let us know. We will make sure we gift you something else, a book. Yeah, we would love for you to attend. And the winner is Becky Bernardi. Becky, are you on?
I see her name
Let's see.
twice. Are you a twin with the same name?
Becky, if you are on, unmute yourself. Let us know that you're here in live.
Oh, I see you, Becky.
I'm here.
I see you.
I have a bridge behind me.
Hello, we're gonna see if we can get you pinned up here. Let's see, add pin. There you are. Hi, Becky. Congratulations.
Thank you. Exciting.
Which market center are you with?
I am in the Meredith one, Keller Williams Coastal Lakes and Mountains.
Excellent. It'll be a little bit of a drive for you. Yeah, we would love for you to come down. I know Nate is coming down for it, so maybe you could come down as well.
Sounds good.
All right, so you will be getting a ticket sent to you. And Brooke, take it away for the next half hour. Tracy, thank you again for a wonderful interview, and I will see you soon. Everybody else, I'll see you next Monday. Stay on with Brooke, though.
Thank y'all. All right, let's stop that recording. Don't go.